Hello everyone, this is the lecture series of Operation Research subject and the code of this subject is ME 405. This is unit number 2nd and lecture number 12, and today I will discuss about the network problem related to the different types of work is completed in machine shop, right? It's And for my introduction, myself Rahul Kumar, Assistant Professor of Department of Mechanical Engineering, Suresh Gyan Vihar University, Jaipur. And then move to the objectives of this lecture. The objective of this lecture for a network analysis technique. This is a successful technique, and it gives the successful frequently plan for monitor and control the project. Monitor and control the project involving thousands of activities. It gives the minimum project cost and minimize the project time also to ensure optimum utilization of human and other resources. For this reason, it also reduce the human effort and reduce the labor cost in the company, and to ensure minimum conflicts and unnecessary delays of the product delivery. Means it also resolve the process of delay in the product. So the content about for the today lecture is, first is introduction. Introduction means introduction about the network process and how to network techniques is used in this scenario, and construction of network means how to build a one good network with the help of CPM and PERT diagram. Here I am using only CPM. This is the critical path method diagram for the network analysis. Then introduction of this network. Network analysis uses two most significant techniques for the project management. First technique is PERT and second is CPM. And PERT is a management tools which developed by the USA for the polarized ballistic missile project. And for the result, if I am using this type of project, then reduction of 30% time, reduction of the 30% time in project execution, and it reduce the time also. For the comparison of PERT, the CPM was developed in the connection with maintenance and construction work also, and both technique means CPM and PERT, both techniques use network and critical path as the basic tool of the project management. This is the very powerful and basic tool of the project management techniques, and give the very helpful to completion of this project, and by coordinating different jobs involve this type of competition. This competition depend on just like the company to company, and it gives the very effective project delivery to the other company and these are the two basic and very useful techniques. First is CPM technique and second is PERT technique, right? And this technique is useful for projectology, and for the project it gives the or it reduce the time. If time is reduced, then cost of the product is improved and profit is also improved. for this technique. And the main question is here, what is an network? What is an network? This is a graphical representation of arrow diagram. This is a graphical representation of the arrow diagram which gives the project idea, and this type of diagram is used to management person which consists of details regarding consumption of time and cost, not only for each activity but also for the whole project. Means it gives the it gives the very minimum time to solve any project, so that management can manipulate the resources and cost also. And with the help of this technique, management can control in a more effective manner. Management can control the workforce and the cost analysis and the time analysis very in more effective manner. So this diagram is very useful for the higher person only. Higher means management person only. This is not used by the lower category workers, right? So network diagram or the main objective of this network diagram is to reduce the cost of the product and reduce the time also. And with the help of network analysis, it reduces the time and cost of this product. And the steps involved in process of network analysis means how many steps involved are used for the network analysis. These are the two steps. First is identify the jobs and events or activities. First you identify the jobs, event or different types of activities, means how much activity involved to complete this work, and arrange the job in logical sequence. This is the second activity, arrange the job in logical sequence. So these are the two activities which is very beneficial for drawing this network analysis, drawing the network diagram or network analysis technique. These are the basic key concepts in network analysis. First is activity. This is the activity. These are the basic key points or basic key concept in the network analysis. And first point is here activity, and this activity refers to the physical identifiable part of the project which consumes the time and cost, also. And this activity represented by an arrow, and the activity may be predecessor's activity or the successor activity. Means this activity divided into two parts. One is successor and second one is predecessors. And this type of two such kind of activity represented by this thing. Suppose if this is the starting point, this is the ending point. So here we represent a this is the activity name, and just I here 1 and 2. This is a one more way to draw the network diagram, right? And then the activity should be represented by an connecting two nodes, means it denotes a two nodes activities, and all activities should be in forward direction. It may be upward or downward direction, but it never be in reverse direction. Means all activities goes on in forward direction only. it is not in reverse direction. So suppose starting point is this and ending point is this too, so activity this must like as a this type of arrow, right? Forwarding arrow, not a reverse arrow. Means activity only present the forwarding arrow, and activity should be either represented by number of alphabet, also number of alphabet, and these alphabet numbers are in ascending order, are in ascending orders, just like as A, B, C, D, or we can say that these numbers are in increasing order also, just like as a 1 2 3 4 5 6 or A B C D E F, like this. So these are the numbers order and the alphabetic order. So here you see here, this is the first numeric order and this is the second numeric order. Similar thus here is activity represented by alphabetic order by a capital letter A here. So these are the some information about the correct and incorrect activities. Correct and incorrect activities. Suppose here this is the correct activity because this is in forward order activity. In this case, here is source point is decided but end point is not decided, so this type of activity is incorrect activity. And here if inside this circular section only write here numbers only 1 2, and these numbers goes in ascending order, means 1 2 3 4 like this, or A B C D like this. So here is this is a alphabetic, but here this arrow is reverse, so any activity does not form any reverse order, right? So these are the some activities that just like is a 1 to 2, and here is 1 to 2, and this is 1 to 2, this is right. But here 1 to 2, this is good, but this line is is wrong because it breaks at the mid half of this line. So these are the incorrect activity. So this diagram or this differentiation distinction gives the correct and incorrect activity of this network. So these are the, this is a correct activity and this is the wrong way for this activity. This is the correct and this is wrong way. This is also correct because here is 1 to 2 moves, here 1 to 2, this is correct, here 1 to 2 moves, this is correct, but this is incorrect activity. So we define by this representation or presentation of this activity diagram. So you understand about this correct and incorrect order. And second activity is here. Second basic key concept in network analysis. First is activity and second is event. Second is event is here. Here is what is the event and which type of event it will occur, right? So this event represented by a circle. This event represented by a circle. In the last case, activity represented by a arrow and the event is represented by a circle. So this is the starting event and this is the ending point in event, or we can say that different type of event is also, right? And it is normally represented by a circle called nodes. It is normally represented by a circle called nodes, and one represent tail event or starting event, where suppose this is a arrow, this arrow, in this arrow one side is head and one side is tail. Where the tail of arrow is situated, this is called the starting event. This is called the starting event. And in the opposite side where the arrow is situated, this is called the ending point or the head event. So here 1 represent the tail event and 2 represent the head event also, right? Head event or end event, right? So these are the representation of event is here. And event represent the start and end point of the activity, and event represent the start and end point of the activity. Suppose in this case also, here A is the activity and B is another activity. So A is preceding activity and B is succeeding activity. For A, B is the preceding activity because B is alphabetic number shows as a ascending order. So B is the preceding activity, and for A, and B is the succeeding activity for A for this case, right? So these are the different point of this event and activity for the network flow. Then move to the next slide. In the next slide, here shows the different important diagrams are important points for the network analysis diagram. And the network consists of different activities which maintain preceding and succeeding relation, and network is not a time scale diagram. That is, length of arrow does not indicate duration of time. The duration of this time. So here this one, suppose here is, this is the one event, because event is always represented by a circle, right? Just you see here, it is normally represented by a circle or called nodes. Here this is node 1, this is node 2, and this is node 3, and this is node 4, this is 5, and this is 6. So from node 1 to node 3, activity is here A. Similarly, for this activity B, here the starting point of the node, this is the starting point, and this is the ending point of this node. And for this case, both 3 and 2 event meet at the fourth event also. Then here the activity is D is, and here activity is D, and this is the time. This is the time duration for this completion of this activity. And then 4, end of the 4, and this is the starting point of this 5 event. So this is the one more activity, and here 5 to 6, this is one more activity. So this 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, here is 2 to 3. Here is no activity in between 2 and 3. Here no activity between the 2 and 3. But in this case 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, here B activity exists in between 2 to 3. So for this less time duration, we consider a different types of less time. Suppose here is 6, this is 15. So how much time it will take in? 21. Suppose 21 units. And here is 8 and this is 10. Here how much time it will take in? This is the 18. So the minimum time for this case in this route, 1 to 2 and 2 to 4. But here is higher time it will take. So I will choose only this route. So 1 to 2, 2 to 4, and 4 to 5, and 5 to 6 is here. 5 to 6 is here. These are the different types of points for the case of different activities, right? And then move to the next analysis. This is the critical path method. This is the critical path method, or we can say that the CPM diagram. CPM diagram. And CPM is a one type of network analysis application, and this type of network analysis is used for the scheduling production, construction, project, research and development activities in the uh, manufacturing company, research organization, or any development companies, and road construction work. These are the main application of this network analysis. And beside this, it is used in certain other situations that require estimate of time and performance also. Estimate time and performance also. So these are the different types of means it means it gives the estimate time and uh, performance of the product, or it improve the productivity time. It improve the productivity time, and for minimum wages, for minimum wages, right? So this is a critical path method. And critical path in the network analysis, two type of method are used. In the network analysis, two type of network is analysis are used. First one is PERT and second is CPM. So here I will discuss only CPM analysis for this lecture, and in the next lecture I will discuss PERT analysis, right? And this is the input and output based on the manager's view of critical path method. These are the manager's view of the critical path method, and in one end here is inputs and under one is outputs. For the input case, what information must be supplied to CPM, means what input data to supply the CPM network, and for the output, what type of information or result from the CPM you want, and these results provide the better project management, and this result provide the better project management. And in the first number, a complete list of the project activity. In the input, you must give the complete list of the project activity, and the precedence relationship among activities, means in the road construction planning, suppose you first different type of activities you perform for the road construction. So which means how much amount of input you want to give the road construction. So these are the, and what is the relationship between this? Suppose one different types of materials are used, and how much time taken to main building, main workstation to the location of this road location. So these are activities performed by the CPM input, and the estimate of each activity's duration, means how much time to complete the task, how much time taken to complete any task, which is given in the input also. And for the output, what information of result from CPM you will get, and which provide the better project management. For this, these three key points for this case. First is estimated duration of the project, identification of critical activities, and amount of float for each activity. Amount of float of each activities are required. So these are the some key points regarding input and output. Input and output of this manager view of critical path method. For the critical path method, this is one best example to understand how to give the different types of activities and how to complete the task in critical path method. And the critical path method, and this example shows the critical path is the overall time it will take to complete the project. It is the longest path in the time through the network. Suppose in this figure, this is a figure. Here the activities event are A, B, C, D, E, F and M also. These are the event, and this is the lowest time to complete the task. And here we find the largest path, means longest path to complete these activities. And in this figure, the critical path that is longest path is indicated by this arrow, and it requires 40 weeks to complete. And how to manage this? Suppose first we take this path A, B, M, C, E, F. This is the one path. A, B, M, C, E, F. This is the one path for this case. So this path requires, this path is A, B, M, C, E, F. This path required how much time? 5 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 4. The total time is 5 plus 7, 7, 8, 8, 3, 11, 11 and 4, 15. 15 weeks, right? But for the path, this is the means this path shows the 11 week, and the second path is here A, B, D, E, F. A, B, D, E, F. This path, what the time taken for this path? 5 week, 8 week, 6 week and 4 week. 13, 19 plus 4, 19 plus 4, 23 weeks. So this is more than from this path. So this is less quantity. And then move to the next one more path. Then the next one more path is here A, B, C, E, F. This is one more path. So what is the time is for this path is here 5 plus 7 plus 3, means 7 plus 3 10, 10 plus 15, 15 plus 4 14. This is the minimum time to complete the task. And this and for this path A, B, C, D, E, F. In this path the time is here 5 plus 7 12, 12 plus 18 30, 30 plus 6 36, and 36 plus 4 equal to 40. So this is the 40 number gives the highest value of this for this path. So this path is suitable for the longest duration, right? So the path is here A, B, C, D, E, F. This is the longest path for this duration. For this analysis, in the figure, the critical path, that is the longest path, is indicated by thick arrow, and it requires 40 weeks to complete. That is 5 plus 7 plus 18 plus 6 plus 4 equal to 40. This is called the critical path. Since any delay in completing in the activity along with path is sure to delay the completion of the project. So this is the longest path of this project, and the shortest path of the project is A, B, C, E, F. This is the shortest path, only 14 weeks. So longest path is 40 weeks and shortest path is 14 weeks. So this project is completed in between two numbers 14 to 40 week also, right? So this is the answer of this question. So I hope you will understand this question very well for the network analysis, and then move to the dummy activity. Okay, this is the dummy activity, and this dummy activity shows the no time and cost, shows the no time and cost. And this type of activity does not consume any time and productive time and cost also. Time and productive time and cost also, it should be represented by a dotted line but not by any alphabet, right? And one more thing for this dummy activity, it should be introduced to maintain preceding and succeeding relation. Means it also provide the succeeding and preceding, means last activity to and the next activity. It maintain a one relation between them, right? For this case, suppose in this here this is the preceding activity and this is the succeeding activity. So here event 2 maintain the relation in between two, but this is a one type of dotted line. This shows the one type of dotted line is here. So this is a case of dummy activity, right? So these are the dummy activity for this case. And then move to the example of the dummy activity is here. Suppose this is a case 1. Here this shows the example of the dummy activity. And in this case 1, if two activities have the same tail, if the two activities have the same tail event and same head event, suppose in the case of this, here A and B event with different consumption of time. Here the time is, this is time 5 and this is time 7. Then in order to maintain the relation, we should introduce a dummy activity. We should introduce a dummy activity like this. So this is the incorrect method to describe the network diagram. So network diagram is described by this type. Suppose A to here to here and here to here. These are the, suppose this is one event, this is two, this is three. So this is one, two, two and three event also, right? So here this 2 to 2, here this is a dummy activity. 2 to 2, this is a dummy activity, right? So this is the correct way to give the dummy activity in the network diagram. And then move to the next slide. Here these are the activity, intermediate procedures, pro predecessors, and activity time in week also. So these are the event 1. Suppose event is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the dummy activity. D1 is the dummy activity is here, right? So these are activity A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and intermediate predecessors C. This is the intermediate. AB, this is the intermediate also. ED, ED for the E is here, and this is for F is here. D is the intermediate, right? And this is the G for FG, intermediate, and then H also. So it takes some time. Weeks activity time 12. This is the 12, and here this is 20. 20 for the B. Here this is 20, and C for the 28. Here is 28, and D for 12, E for 20, and G for 8, and F for 12, H for 8 is here also. So these are the different types of activities and dummy activities in this network flow diagram. Then why critical path method is important to the management, means why this is important, means this gives the information about the how much work is completed and how much work it will remain, means because of any delay along this path will postpone the final completion date of this project. if any delay in your project, then you will postpone the date. You will postpone the date of the project. This gives by the critical path method, and it also supports the potential bottlenecks early, right? Means suppose it cannot give any stressful work, right? It cannot produce any stressful work for the employees, and it avoid unnecessary pressure on the other path. Means one department is working and other department very high pressurized for the work, and this type of result it will not happen, and that will not result in an earlier final completion date also, right? So these type of thing is very important for completion the critical path method for the management persons. And then these are the advantage of the network. Here are the several advantage for adopting this network method, means CPM network method. And these are the different types of advantages. It gives the management for planning, scheduling, and controlling the activities of the project. Or we can say that it is very helpful for any project to designing, planning, and controlling of the activities, and it helps for the time schedule to complete a project in a duration of time, to complete a project in duration of time. And it helps in guiding and directing team efforts more effectively. Means it provide the, or it can give the effective way to working. And it also support the and encourage and discipline also. And next thing is aids in handling uncertainties regarding time, scheduling, coordination of various activities, and controlling the cost involved. And one more advantage for this method is it reduce the time. If reduce the time of this project, then it reduce the cost also. It reduce the cost also. If cost and time both are reduced, so at the so the time is minimized. Suppose one work is complete in 20 days, and for the CPM network diagram, this work is completed only 10 days, so 10 days is remaining, right? So this 10 days you use for the next project also. You use for the next project also. And this type of analysis given by the this part, this CPM and part diagram also. And this is done by the network process. This is done by the network process. Then move to the next section. This is the MCQ sections, and these are the MCQ section. This is the first question for this year. Which of the following is not a phase of project management? Means just you read this question. Which of the following is not a phase of the project management? First one is project planning, project scheduling, project controlling, and project being. So the correct answer for this question is here. Just to think about 10 seconds, and then I will give this answer. So the correct answer for this question is here, project being. This is the correct answer for this question. D. D is the correct answer. Then move to the next question. This is the MCQ problem of the second question. Who introduced the bar chart? Who introduced the bar chart? So first is William Henry Grant, and Jenny Gant and Joseph Henry. So who introduced the bar chart? Henry Gant. This is the right answer for this question. B is the right answer for this question, right? Henry Gant used the uh, introduced the bar chart also, right? Then move to the next question. This is the MCQ problem. The full form of the PERT. The full form of the PERT is first is program evaluation and rate technology, program evaluation and robot technique, program evaluation and robot technology, and program evaluation and review technique. So the correct answer for this question is, just you think about this, then I will give the correct answer. So correct answer is D. D is the correct answer. Program evaluation and review technique. Right? This is the right answer. Then move to the fourth question. In this fourth question, the full form of CPM is, this is the critical path method, control path method, and critical plan management and control path management. So the correct answer for this question is here. This is very easy question for you, and the answer is A. A is the right answer. Right? Critical path method. This is the right answer. Then move to the next question. Question number 5. In bar chart, which color is used to show the actual progress? In bar chart, which color is used to show the actual progress? Red, black, blue, green. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is green color. Green color is used to show the actual progress. Means actual progress is given by the green color also. 6. This is the sixth question. Are used to represent the activity in a network diagram. Circle, arrow, rectangles, or squares. So arrow in the forward direction, arrow in the forward direction. So D is the right answer for this question. D is the right answer for this question here. Then move to the question number 7. The shortest possible time in which an activity can be achieved under ideal circumstances is known as, which time is known as pessimistic time estimate, optimistic time estimate, expected time estimate, and the most likely time estimate. Then just you think about this question. Then I will give the answer of this question. Optimistic time estimate. This is the right answer. Right? This is the right answer for this question. Right? Right answer for the question is here, optimistic time estimate. Then move to the eighth question. According to the time estimate made by the PERT planner, the maximum time that would be needed to complete the activity is called the most likely time estimate, optimistic time estimate, pessimistic time estimate, and expected time estimate. Then the answer is here C, optimistic time estimate. Right? Sorry, pessimistic time estimate, the correct answer for this question. Then move to the ninth question. The difference between the maximum time available and the actual time needed to the perform an activity is known as total float. This is the correct answer for this question, right? And move to the question number 10. The allocated cell in the transportation table are called the occupied cell. Correct answer for this question. And then these are the references of this lecture: Introduction of Operation Research book, Taha H.A. Macmillan Publishing Company, and the Foundation of Optimization. Uh, this book is Practice Hub, right? And then thank you for your attention for this lecture, and I will meet the next lecture with part diagram question, right? Or we can say that in next lecture I will discuss about the part projectology, right? And thank you for this lecture. Thank you all of you.